Sim Fam. Welcome back to Unfiltered by Symphonic. This is our interview series where we link up with your favorite indie artists to dig deeper into their creative process, their personal journeys, and everything in between. Today we're chatting with Cheska Cruz. She's a Filipino-Canadian R&B artist, songwriter, and producer. She's blending 2000s nostalgia with a modern edge, and she's got a voice as smooth as butter. She's been at this since 2018, and she just dropped her debut EP. It's called Temper and Pleasure. It's gorgeous, y'all. It's bold, it's honest, and it just really shows how much she's grown as an artist. So I'm psyched to be chatting with her today. So let's get into it. All right. So, hey, Cheska, how are you doing today?
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. Tell me, where are you calling in from today?
I'm calling from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, a really small city, just across the border from Detroit.
Nice. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And you, beautiful. How's it's summertime there also, right? Obviously.
It's getting there. It's still a little cold. I'm surprised actually because it's into June and yeah, it's still cold, but it's getting there.
It's getting there. Okay, I'm in New York and it just got there, so that's why I asked.
Hopefully we'll get there soon.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about your creative process, okay? So you've been busy. You just dropped your first EP. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good. Honestly, I'm surprised to even hear all the positive input that I'm hearing from my listeners and even from new listeners. So it's such a good feeling and, hoping that we keep moving up from here.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Yeah. I can imagine I don't know. I think some artists, maybe after you put all this love, energy, time into a project and then you put it out there and you're like, now what?
Yeah. I kind of released it and then I just, let my phone buzz and bling and, it's nice to see for sure.
Awesome. Well, yeah, congrats again.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's talk creative process. Why don't you tell us what's maybe a little bit something about your creative process that your fans never get to see, something that what's happening behind the scenes.
So what my fans don't really get to see, and I think because I can't find a better word to explain it, but the jankiness of my setup. I have a closet for a studio room. I'm working with a laptop that's reaching its 10 years and the software's in it that reached 10 years and it's so slow. It lags, it makes a lot of noise, it crashes, and it's definitely, I feel like it makes my process like times 2 or 2 times slower than what it could be, but I mean, I feel like I've just gotten used to it. I'm not complaining, but definitely I've gotten used to it and, working in this space. I feel like here there's no pressure and I do feel like my best work comes from this room that I feel like nobody else in the world could ever work in. I'm even sitting on a broken chair. So,
dude, well, you fooled us. I would have never known.
I hope so.
Definitely. No, but you know what? Honestly, that's such like it's probably a lot more typical for independent artists than you think, to be very honest. The bedroom producer, right?
Yes.
And honestly, such a cool part of being an independent artist is that you can do it like that. I don't see that as a bad thing,
Yeah. And it really shows that you don't need much to, get yourself out there too. So
no, just a lot of commitment to the cause, right?
Yes.
Can I ask, is the studio same as the bedroom or do you have like a separate room for that?
My bed is like right there. Right here.
Okay, great. Love it. So you put out your first single in 2018. How much before then did you kind of like start actually making music, or was it 2018?
Yeah, well, I grew up in a Filipino church, and you can only imagine how much music and instruments and musically inclined individuals you're surrounded with. So I feel like I've been surrounded by music for my entire life, but it wasn't until like high school, like 2016 even, where I was just playing around with GarageBand on my phone.
Nice.
And then just 2018, like my first single, On the Avenue, it was just something like, okay, I guess I can like share this, and I did, and ever since then it's been up from there. So
How did it feel putting out that first single?
uh I don't even remember if I was nervous or anything, but I used to even just post a lot on Instagram, just like pictures, whatever I was doing. I would always just post a bunch of stuff. So I think this was just one of those times where I just posted something, but it was a song that time. So
Amazing. So that was, okay, 2018. What's that? That's 7 years ago. Can you tell us, is there any, I don't know, moments, anything that happened recently, whether it was, I don't know, in the studio, in your home studio, on tour, just life in general, that really kind of reminded you, oh yeah, this is why I do this. This is why I make music.
yeah, actually, just recently, we just came back. I'm even sick. We just came back from the trip, actually.
Okay.
My family and I took a cruise through Greece and Turkey. We got back like a couple
Lovely.
days ago. I know, it was really fun. And when we were in Turkey, we were at a flea market, basically, and I took a picture of it. I posted it on my story. And I had a fan that reached out to me, and she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're in my country. I listen to your songs. I'm from Istanbul." And she was just showing
Wow.
so much love, and it was such like a nice moment, you know, to have with a listener. And you know, it made me realize that music is not about me. It's also about, you know, who I'm impacting, even from around the world. And I feel like, you know, that happens, but you kind of take it for granted in a way, or you forget that that's happening. And yeah, so music to me is sharing, and yeah, just that moment right there reminded me of why I do this. So
Gosh, I
it was
swear
really
that just
nice.
that gave me chills. I swear, I can imagine that moment. That must have felt
Yeah,
so
it
gratifying.
was
Like,
really
wow,
nice. So
so
shout out to her.
cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
My Turkish fans.
That's actually a great segue into my next question is,
Mm.
what do you what do you hope that your fans feel or think when they hear your music?
Yeah, so you talked about this, but yeah, my latest release was my very first EP ever, Temper and Pleasure, and I basically want my listeners to see and to even hear that I'm having fun with, you know, doing what
Nice.
I love. And, you know, I want them to hear the playfulness of my lyrics, the, you know, catchiness of my melodies, and I want my personality to basically show through my songs. And my personality is very simple, non-complex, so I kind of want that to reflect, and you know, it doesn't need to be so complex, and I want people to see that in
I
me.
love
Yeah.
that. What's I don't know if you can answer this. Maybe a controversial question, but what's your favorite track from the new EP?
Uh, my favorite track is
Mm-hmm.
What You Like.
And why is
What You
that?
Like. It was a beat that my brother made. Actually, my
Oh,
little brother is also a producer,
wow.
and he had the
What?
song just like sitting in his computer for years. And he's like, "How do you think? What do you feel about this?" And I said, "Sure." And that song was literally written in like 30 minutes. Definitely the most fun I've
Wow.
had writing a song, and even the creative process of it. And I feel like it sounds like the most fun too, out of
Hell
all the songs.
yeah. What's your brother's producer name?
SEO, ESIO. He also makes music too, so you can find him on Spotify, Apple Music.
Okay. Hell yeah. Shout out SEO.
Yeah, I know.
How cool to make music with your brother.
I
Is
know.
anybody else in the family making music, putting out music?
Again, like my whole family is very musical. Even my older brother, he kind of does his own thing too. And yeah, it's just the way we grew up in that Filipino church. We all learned how to be musical. So
I love it. Very cool. Shout out to a musical fam.
yes.
um, all right. Well, I think, each project you put out, obviously you've put out quite a few singles between 2018 and this new EP right now.
Hmm.
We grow, we learn with each project, right? It's all about progress. So is there anything that you can share with us, maybe something that like terrified you earlier in your career that now just feels like second nature?
Yeah, honestly, talking about myself and even listening to my songs in front of other people, even as just simple as in the car, someone would play my song. It used to make me feel like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
In a way, I don't know if it was my confidence back then, but now I can finally be like, hey, can I show you what I'm listening to? Can I show you my songs? And definitely my artistry and showing it has, or is even starting to become second nature for me.
Good for you. Yeah, that is hard. I think it's hard. It's hard for a lot of, well, I was going to say it's hard for a lot of people to talk about themselves, but maybe that's not true. Some people are very good at that. Often not the ones that we necessarily want.
Yeah, it takes a while to start getting like comfortable with it, you know? So.
And I can relate. I'm not a singer, I'm not a performer, but even just hearing my recorded voice on videos like this is so cringe for me. So I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah. Although I'll tell you, as an outsider who is listening to your music, your voice is incredible. So
thank you.
I saw a great live performance of a Lauryn Hill song. I'm forgetting what it is now. Wasn't Lost Ones. But you have a video on your YouTube channel of a live performance doing the Lauryn.
X Factor?
Yes, X Factor. Yeah. And it was so beautiful.
Thank you. It's one of my favorite songs to perform, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Ugh, yeah. Legendary album.
I know, she's great.
Obviously, everybody curates what we share online, right? Myself included. But what's maybe something part of your life or your personality, something that your fans rarely get to see?
Definitely my friends and my family. I'm a huge believer in you are who you hang out with, or who you surround yourself with. So to have people who don't just support me, but to even call me out on my Slack, is such a blessing. And that's what people don't really or forget about online when they see me. I feel like indirectly they're seeing my friends and my family.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to friends and fam for supporting and helping shape who you are.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So we've spent all this time chatting about you, but I always like to end these interviews asking from one independent artist to all the other independent artists that are listening, what music are you currently listening to? Is there a song you're listening to on repeat, or, put us on to someone new?
Yes, a song that I've had on repeat for like weeks now is Your Mother's Son by Sailor. The whole EP actually, but that song specifically, when I listen to it, you can just tell that she's having fun with doing what she loves, and I aspire to be that. So Your Mother's Son by Sailor, for sure.
Amazing. Cool. Go check that out. I haven't heard of it, but I will definitely go take a listen. All right. Well, on that note, that's a wrap, fam. Big shout out to Cheska Cruz for pulling up and giving us a look into her world. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Of course, it was a pleasure. I was nervous, actually. But it was fun.
Don't be nervous. Well, this is Unfiltered with Symphonic. I'm your host, Laura Katana. And if you don't want to miss the next convo, we've got more incredible artists and stories coming your way. Hit that subscribe button below, and we'll see you next time.